All right, everybody, I want to welcome you to the webinar today. We're going to get this thing kicked off here in about a minute or so. Thank you for taking time out of your Saturday to jump on. We do have a chat window down below, so if you have any questions as we start approaching the end of the presentation, please feel free to ask those in that chat window. We're going to go. All right. Make sure you get those last-minute messages out. I know that we had a bunch of people on the line right now. We definitely don't want anybody to miss this information. If you have any prospects you want to have take a look at what we're doing, anybody that you want to share this with, go ahead and get this out now so we can get them on, three-way them in, do whatever you have to do. We're going to get this webinar kicked off here in about 30 seconds to a minute. All right. Give another little bit here. Got some folks jumping in right now. Okay. Let's see, what time do we have currently? All right, we're at 1:01. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get this kicked off, and I'm going to thank everyone for jumping on today to checking out the Aservia and the Aservia Go. Aservia is a true solutions for real-life company, derived from the Latin word Aservio, which means to serve. Why are we all here today? We have a product that we need to talk about and share. It's a brand new technology, something new to the industry. It is absolutely 100% going to disrupt, in my opinion, the way marketing is done, not just in network marketing and direct sales, but in every single business out there. And we're utilizing a tiny device that notifies every Android with your link that comes within 100 yards of it. So just think about what the possibilities of this are. Every single business owner is going to want at least 3 of these things because of what it does. We have the Aservia Go coming soon, but ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, it is here now. We have these items, these Go units are starting to ship on Tuesday. I'm incredibly excited about this just because of how I've been able to see this thing work in action. I've had it for a week or so, and just being able to share and demo it in front of people, it's been an amazing opportunity. The beauty of this device for me is the fact that you can set this with a 40-character text of your choice and attach any link you want to it for the website that you're trying to direct people to. Now, think about your business. Think about where you are, promoting multiple business, multiple income streams, or do you want to have multiple devices in multiple locations promoting one thing? Every single device can be programmed independently from the same back office. It takes about a minute or less to program them. Honestly, the longest time that you're going to spend is figuring out what that 40-character text is going to be, because everything else is simple. Once it's input, click a button, and you're done. Now you're live. It broadcasts out over 100 yards to every Android user that comes within that broadcast range. It broadcasts through what we call, it's an NFC technology. It's a near-field communication, which is the same nearby technology through Google, Facebook, and all that. Here's what an example of it would look like. This is an actual teammate with an actual device, and this is what this is broadcasting out to their Android phones in the area. Proof this works. It shows up on your phone. Continue to the website, and here you are. Unbelievable. Now you have somebody that is taking you straight to your link. This one happens to go to the Aservia Go page link for this individual rep. All they have to do is click that Buy Now, and it takes you to your replicated site, coded to you, so when they sign up, it's in your organization. How cool is that? And this is just something that is one of the examples of what this is going to look like. Now these units, the pricing starts, we have a 50% introductory price going on right now. That pricing will carry through the end of June, and then the prices will go up. Currently, 1 unit is $25 per month, 3 units is $49 per month, and 8 units is $99 per month. You can see the regular prices are $49, $99, and $199. Those are still bargains and still deals at those rates, but they will go up. You do have an activation per account. This is not per device, it's per account of $30. So that's the initial sign up. is going to be your first and last month's price plus the activation fee. So, for example, the $25 one unit is going to end up costing you $80 to get started. So, $25 for the first month, $25 for the last month, for a total of $50, plus the $30 account activation makes it $80. There is a $25 replacement cost if something happens to it in your first 12 months. After 12 months, replacement is free. Now, the battery life on this is significant. It can last up to 2 years. Keep in mind, after 12 months, the replacement of this device is free. So even when the battery dies, you'll get another unit to replace that unit. We'll stay here for a minute. Now I want to talk a little bit about what these units can be used for. Think about the marketplace. Think about business. Think about everything that's out there that any company, any person, any individual that wants more customers, that needs more business, that wants to drive more traffic to their establishment. We're talking about real estate agents. We're talking about insurance agents, hair salons, nail salons, chiropractors, massage therapists, the whole shooting match. We have clothing stores, gas stations. I mean, come on, the movie theater. Anything is possible as far as marketing with this device. And then you have the hundreds of thousands and millions of people that are in the direct selling and network marketing space as well. Imagine being able to take this device, stick it in your pocket or your purse, and every single place that you go, you're broadcasting your message. Think about how much easier it's going to be to prospect. Think about how much easier it's going to be to generate leads. Instead of having to go out and buy from these lead systems that sometimes you get good leads, sometimes you don't, you have people who are physically raising their hands saying, hey, I want more information because they just received your notification. Now let's talk about where that notification goes. On an Android phone, there's a notification section. This is going to push that out. It's going to hit in that notification section. It's not going to ping your phone. It's not going to vibrate. It's not going to pop up on the lock screen. None of that is going in the notifications. So when you pull that up, click on that. It'll take the person to the link that you want them to see. Now we'll go back to who else we can talk to about this. You know, when I was first introduced to this technology, I said, you got to be kidding me. How many people have we talked to as we're trying to build a business that always tell us, I don't know anybody. I ran out of everybody on my list. You know, nobody wants to do what I'm doing. You know, and we all, you know, we all look at that and say, yeah, maybe I believe that, maybe I don't. You know, the reality is a lot of people just don't like to talk to people. A lot of people don't like to call their friends and family and ask them to take a look at something. So this is the ultimate shut-up tool. This tool will put something in every single person's hand that gives them the ability to generate leads for their business without having to physically talk to the people that make them nervous, right? And for some people, that's a huge deal. So doing that is going to help, you know, give them the ability to, you know, pick the phone up, send an email out to somebody that, again, like I said, it's like they raised their hand and said, hey, I want some more information. So now when they call them, it's people who are absolutely open to what they're sharing, which, as you know, is going to be a lot easier conversation to have. Beyond that, think about real estate agents. Imagine having a real estate agent and telling them, what if I could give you a device that you could place in every single home that you're showing, that when somebody comes to take a look at it from the outside, they get a notification on their phone that says, interested in this home? Click here for your virtual tour. Take your virtual tour now. Don't you see yourself living here? Any number of things that you can put out there for real estate. And agents all the time. I mean, how many real estate agents do you know that the biggest thing that they're looking for are how to get listings, or, you know, how to manage all of the people that want to take a look at a property. This way, if you have people that can take a virtual tour, take them to your site as an agent, now you've captured that information. They've taken a look at it. So imagine how much more your commissions are going to go up just from utilizing this in your listings. You know, think about the brick and mortar stores. Think about the restaurants, or, you know, that can put this device in their establishment or around it, and it broadcasts out over 100 yards, hey, buy one, get one free, or, you know, $5 off dinner, $5 off lunch, whatever you want to promote, and now that's hitting every single person that comes in that area with your message. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the sky is the limit with this. This device will absolutely change the way everybody's business is marketed and built, and it's going to just add speed to that factor. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is what this unit does, and now what this unit can do as far as compensation plan in this company. So we do have an instant rewards plan and program here at Acervia, where you get instant rewards for every referral you have. Our compensation plan pays 4 ways. We start off paying a direct selling commission. In month 1, on the initial sale of the unit, you earn a 25% commission. And there's a 5-generation check match on that, up 5 generations. So think about that as a 5-generation override. So every time that you sell 1 unit, you would make a $7.50 commission. Every time you sell 8 units, you're going to get a $25 direct selling commission. Of that $25 direct selling commission, the 5 people directly in your sponsor tree in your upline will get a $2.50 commission as well. So likewise, every time somebody in your organization sponsors somebody on an 8-unit pack, it pays $2.50 to everybody 5 generations above. Huge opportunity there. Number 2, we have a direct sales residual that happens starting in month 2. So month 1, you get the direct selling commission on the initial sale of 25%. And month 2, we start on the direct sales commission, pays 2 levels. Level 1 is 10%, level 2 is 5%. And that counts for personal customers and personally enrolled affiliates as well. So that's a huge opportunity. Now, the next 2 ways we get paid, I'll cover those in just a second because we're going to kind of walk through this. Because now we need to unlock the rest of this compensation plan. And how we do that is that you qualify yourself as an independent representative. When you do that, you start earning daily base pay. Daily base pay with instant commissions is huge. This is based on the volume of your organization. So the size of your team will dictate the size of your daily base pay with these instant commissions. Along with that, we have a 5-generation check match. This is way number 4 of getting paid. People you personally sponsor, you get a 25% check match as your generation 1. Generation 2, you get a 10% check match. Now, that's simply the people that you sponsored. It's the people they sponsor. That's your 2nd generation. 3rd, 4th, and 5th generation, you get a 5% each generation check match for a total of a 50% check match down 5 generations. That's huge when you look at this. Now, for some folks, they say, do I have to keep people high and tight to me in order to get these check matches? No, you don't. This compensation plan is built to maximize the comp plan on 3 teams or 3 legs. You can go as wide as you want if you want to, but there is no financial benefit of doing that. We built and designed this compensation plan to be done in depth. So build 3 teams, build in depth, help create that long-term stability and income, not just for yourself but for your team. And think about this. These generational check matches, they start wherever you place your personal enrollees. So you might sponsor Joe and place him down on level 30. He's on level 30, but he's still your 1st generation as far as check match is concerned. So now you're down deep in your organization, you're driving volume up through, so it's helping benefit every single person above Joe on those 29 levels in between as far as it looks here on this daily base pay. This volume will help everybody. But on the check match, that follows enrollment tree or sponsor tree, however you want to look at that. Pays you daily on your teams, just like the daily base pay. So if you are getting a 5-generation check match, whatever you're making on your daily base pay and whatever you're making on check match, that loads into your commissions every single day. That's huge. So how do you qualify to become an independent representative? First, you have to join as an affiliate. You need to refer at least 3 customers, 3 associates, and establish a minimum monthly sales volume of $1,000. Once that happens, you'll receive an email invitation from Acervia to become an independent representative. Once you say yes, you're in. Here's what that looks like. This is what we call our core building block, which is the associate level and rank in our compensation plan. So, as I just said, 3 customers, 3 affiliates, and a total monthly sales volume of $1,000 or more, and you're qualified as an associate and an independent representative in our compensation plan. Here's what's significant about that. When I look at how we build, when I look at how we help people be successful, not just in this business, but any business, once you've discovered what your core building block is that drives the entire compensation plan, and you get really, really good at duplicating that, you're going to grow and build an amazing income and team. This is our core building block. Now, what's really cool about this is to understand just doing that activity alone and becoming an associate Now you take part in the $20,000 summer rank up bonus. Associate, because it's $1,000 in monthly sales volume, earns you an additional $100 as a bonus just for reaching that during this period. Now, this period goes from now through September 21st at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Every single rank you break between now and then, you can earn a bonus up to $20,000. It is cumulative, so you're not going to earn each one of those added together. It'll be, the difference in between as you go, right? So, as we're going up, there is a total of $20,000 available between now and then. Now, I know there are some people right now that are fired up about this. They're already out there. They've already hit a couple ranks, and they're just knocking it out. The thing to understand here is this. Every single thing on this bonus structure stems from this core building block alone, and that is it. See, when you have something that's easily duplicatable, it's something that the team can teach, not just one person do. So this is what I'm looking at right now. The very first goal I have, let's go out and get 3 customers. The second goal I have is let's go out and get 3 affiliates. And I know sometimes that happens in the opposite direction, but that's fine. And we make sure that we have $1,000 or more in group volume. Once we've done that, we go and help our 3 affiliates. Now we're at that rank of senior associate, which is the second rank in the compensation plan, and another $400 bonus. And it just goes up from there and multiplies from there. I'm going to go back a little bit and show what the compensation plan chart looks like. That way you have a visual of what we're talking about. So this compensation plan chart, you look at that daily base pay, that number 3 way to getting paid, and you walk down through that. You can tell each individual rank what your daily base pay is and what the total monthly sales volume is. If all you ever did was help each individual brand new person knock out the rank of associate in their first 7 to 10 days, you're going to have a business that will not stop growing. With this Go unit that we have, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that we're going to have people busting through these ranks faster and faster and faster because of what this is doing. See, this is the first time I've been part of anything where I haven't gone to somebody and said, hey, there's an opportunity over here. Why don't you bring your team over here and stop doing what you're doing? Instead, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, listen, stay where you are. Utilize this tool to grow your team, to grow your business, to build your income, but use this tool to do so. And when you do that, you can also earn a secondary stream of income here. I believe that we are at the forefront of a massive momentum shift in this industry of people looking for opportunities to enhance what they have and not trying to replace and start all over again. We have this opportunity, folks, right now with this device because of this device. And when you couple that with this compensation plan that'll pay down to infinite levels if you're building it as a business. Think about that. It pays you through infinite levels if you're building this business. There is nothing else out there, in my opinion, that will ever compare to what we have. Because of our relationship with the manufacturer of these devices, who is committed to staying ahead of the curve on technology, there will be nobody that will come out with anything that's ever going to beat what we have. And the technology that we're developing and the direction we're moving in is only going to improve and increase as time goes on. So what I can tell you right now is that this device will change the life of everybody that uses it. It's going to change the direction of your business in a positive way, and it's going to help you grow, build, and develop your teams. So I do want to open things up a little bit. If you want to type in the chat here and ask any questions that you may have, we have the ability right now to affect a positive change in a lot of folks' lives just with this product, just with this company. And this summer rank up bonus, everybody has a chance to do that. So what I want to know from folks, whether you call me, text me, email me, message me, is what do you have for a goal? What do you want to achieve with this? Where do you want to be? And we'll put a plan together to help you achieve it. We've talked an awful lot about this device and how to, what it does, how it works, how far you can take it, and the whole 9 yards. I want to talk a little bit now about just, we touched a little bit on the real estate market, in the restaurant market as well. But how to promote this? It's a very simple conversation. We are going to have a texting script available specifically for this device that can be used in any company. So it's going to be generic in flavor, in terms, right? So and it's going to be something simple on the front side of being able to say, what if I could show you a device that could reach everybody with an Android phone within 100 yards of that device with your message? Would you be open? What if I could show you a device that broadcasts a signal that when people come into that range, they're getting your offer? Is that valuable to you? And then you simply share. We have some simple messaging. Once people say yes, and this is just a text, you send that out, people say, yeah, how do you do that? Hang on, do you have 3 minutes to watch a short video right now? And by saying right now, if they say yes, send them the video link. If they say no, do not send the video link. You simply ask them point blank, when is a good time that you would have a few minutes to take a look at this video? And then set up that time. When it comes that time, ask them again via text, is now a good time? Do you have 3 to 5 minutes to watch a short video? If they say yes, send them the link. Once it's done, you're going to call them up. You're going to ask them what they like best. We all know how to run a script after that. You're going to ask them what they like best. You're going to walk through a process. You're going to put them on a 3-way call with your business mentor and your partner, or your upline success team, so to speak, and you're going to help them make a decision. Let the person that you're edifying and putting on the phone on the 3-way, let them do the job. Let them do the heavy lifting. So in other words, once you've edified and introduced each party, mute your phone out and do not interrupt. Let them do the work for you. This script is put together. Once it's done, it will be in as a file, both on the Facebook team page and in your back office. I want everybody to understand this is what we are going to teach along the way. But this device has put us in a position to where we can win in a big, big way, and we can help a lot of people do the very same thing. So why don't we go ahead and kind of open this up for some questions here. And let's see. I'm going to try to, and if Zach, if you're on here, I would like to try to play that one of those promotional videos.
I am on. You have it up on your screen. You should be able to play it from there.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up, see where I have it. Yeah, I don't have it on my screen.
Do we have any questions in the chat?
I can't believe everyone's so quiet right now.
Well, why don't we do this? Since no one seems to be asking questions, maybe I didn't set it up proper for the chat. I'm going to pull up on a different screen of mine where I'm at, and I'll just ask you some questions. We'll kind of go interview style on that. How does this work as far as spam goes? I've got a lot of questions on people saying, "Hey, we're spamming people with this." How's that fit?
Okay, so as far as spam is concerned, this uses NFC technology, which is near field communication. So for the people that want to know what that looks like, it's that nearby technology within Facebook, Google, and all that. So it's not spam. It pops up in your notifications section in the phone. So it's not an SMS text. It's not an email. It's not in an area that is protected by anti-spam laws.
Gotcha. Do we have a timeline on the .com website switching over to be completely a Servia Go?
That timeline is any moment now. The programmers are currently working feverishly on that. It could be done during this webinar. I'm not positive, but I know that it's going to be any moment now. Okay, I'm trying to get this chat open here.
So I did get a message from someone saying it's not open.
Okay.
What are the other top questions we've been asked? What questions have you been getting, Scott? Your main questions?
The biggest ones I've been getting is, the spam question. When's it going to be shipping? When's the .com website getting up? So, I mean, and just so that I brought the shipping up, we do start shipping units on Tuesday. They ship out on a first paid, first shipped basis. So for those of you who've already paid, you're going to get yours shipped out first. Anybody else listening to this right now, the sooner you get your devices ordered and paid for, the sooner you will receive them. So that's the biggest thing. I will be sitting with the owner of the manufacturer of these devices on Tuesday as they start getting things shipped out. So that's going to be a lot of fun too.
Gotcha. So I got a question from David Haynes. How do you change the message, and how long does it take to show up?
The message you'll have that in the back office. You'll be able to do a quick change on that. It literally only takes you about a minute, maybe less, to do that entire change. Once you click submit, they say allow 24 hours for that change to take effect. And the reason why they say 24 hours is, if somebody pops up at 3 o'clock in the morning and makes a change, it's not going to happen until business hours are open. But if they do it during business hours, then they've been getting changes done within 30 minutes right now. And the reason why they have to go through that process is because they have to make sure that they verify and take a look at it so that it's there's no illicit material, nothing violent, nothing that should not be out there. So just like Facebook ads, they have to go through and approve it first.
Gotcha. How do reps get paid, and how often? And I think that the how question is not compensation plan, but the how of pay quicker.
Yeah, the how of pay quicker is simple. Once you start earning commissions, you'll get an email invitation to get that established and set up. You'll have a pay card sent to you. It's a Visa branded pay card. Once you have that, you'll be able to load to that commissions card every single day, however often you want. And then you can directly from your PayQuicker site, you can direct deposit to your bank, or you can use the card to do purchasing and all that.
What is there cost to transfer commissions?
$1.
That's not bad at all.
No, most companies in MLM charge anywhere from $3 to $5. There are some companies that are up to $15, but we are $1.
Gotcha. Some people are asking about international, and that also ties into shipping. So if you cover those two things.
Sure. So internationally, we can ship this device anywhere that's not linked to terrorism. So terrorist countries are out. It can go anywhere as long as there's Bluetooth-enabled area, which is pretty much everywhere, and cell phone service, then this device makes sense and will work. As far as shipping costs internationally, right now it's a flat $25 shipping cost on the devices. That will be adjusted moving forward as we start ramping up. But for right now, there's a flat rate for that.
Okay. How about multiple businesses? Can one unit be used for more than one business, or do you need multiple units?
One unit you can only promote one thing at a time on each individual unit, which means you could do multiple businesses from one unit. You just can't do it at the same exact time. You'd have to say maybe for this week I'm going to use it for this business, that week I'll use it for that business. If you're really truly looking to promote more than one business, you would want a device for each one. I know there's a lot of people out there that have a couple different things and they want to promote it. So if you had two businesses, this is my personal opinion, I would take at least 3 units. I would have one for each business, and I would also put one with a link to your Facebook profile or the social media profile that you want to attract people to, because at the end of the day, if you get them to like a page or follow you someplace, then you have more opportunities to share information with them, and some people it takes them a little while longer to make a decision. At least if they're on your page and they're following you, then they see you more often and they can make that decision later on.
Gotcha. What about for international folks? You know, if anything's being worked on as far as having translation, like a Google Translate or anything of that nature?
There are things being worked on for a few languages currently. It's going to be on an as-needed basis as we grow. Obviously, the areas that we have the most reps in are the ones that are going to take priority.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. Some people are asking, they're seeing this device on other sites. Are we going to be exclusive?
Yes, we do have with the manufacturer, we have an exclusive contract for the network marketing direct selling space. No other company is going to be able to use or promote this device as a company unless they go through us here at Asservia, which they can white label it through us for their company, but then the devices can only be used to promote that specific company. So nobody's going to be able to come in as a company and start, undercut pricing and all that stuff. There are some devices out there that are a different price currently, but contractually, very soon, we were all going to be at the same exact price. Manufacturer has agreed to that. It's in the contract, and we're going to be moving forward.
Awesome. Awesome. What happens if the Go unit stops working, or the battery dies?
So in the first 12 months, if you break it or anything happens to it, there's a $25 replacement fee. In the second 12 months and beyond, if anything happens, the replacement is free.
Awesome. Did you cover the shipping costs outside of the U.S. and Canada?
Yes. I'll cover it again. If I need to, I'll cover it again. Right now, there's a flat fee outside of the U.S. and Canada. There's a flat fee of $25 for shipping, mostly because they vary so much right now. But once we start ramping up and get up to speed with a lot of that stuff, then it's going to be on an actual shipping basis.
Gotcha. Anything about future events?
Future events. Events are being planned in different areas right now. I'm asking, as well as Laura Hardy, the other co-master rep with me, for anybody that has teams any place that they want to put an event together. We're looking to put a schedule together moving forward here as far as the months go. Want to make sure that we are going into the places that people want growth the most and need it, but we're also looking for places that are going to put people, butts in the seats, so to speak. So if you have places you want us to come or corporate to come, please get that information to us ASAP so that we can start looking at calendars and seeing what makes sense.
Gotcha. Can businesses get their logo on the device?
Through the white labeling program, they're happy to let them put whatever logo they want on it. It's not something that we'll do, but it will come to them generically as a white labeled product, and then if they want to put a label on it themselves, they can do that.
I gotcha. We'll be touching on that more as time goes on.
Yes.
Gotcha. That's kind of ahead of the curve a little bit. Let's see here. What other questions? Holding tank. Have you discuss the holding tank and placement?
Yes, I can. I'll talk about that. Before I cover that real quick, there is one other thing I wanted to mention that I can't believe you and I, neither one of us remembered. But there is an actual contact management or lead management system in place right now for those who want to take part in it. It's something that, when these leads start coming in, this system will absolutely be able to help you manage that a lot more efficiently by sending out an email drip campaign and doing follow-ups and all that stuff for you. We'll make sure that everybody has access to that. There was a webinar done on that last Thursday or on Thursday. But I just want to make sure that everyone is aware that there is a system in place if they want to take part in it that will help them manage everything better and help their business grow as well alongside with the Go unit.
Okay. Before we go into holding tank, we've got a couple other questions that popped in here, and then we'll go to holding tank. Once an affiliate places an order, how long does it take for them to receive their units?
Okay, so the units now, since we were in pre-launch up until a few days ago, and everything went live and able to be paid for and purchased, shipping starts on Tuesday. So once we start shipping on Tuesday, as we move forward and get all the initial units shipped out, it's going to be a normal 5 to 7 business days shipping time. And as we continue to grow, that's going to become less and less as we're going along.
Gotcha. Does Asservia send an email notification to the affiliate when sales are made?
If somebody signs up through your replicated site, you will receive an email congratulating you on a new affiliate. Here, I'll can't do it on the computer, but I can do it from my phone. And it's going to look something like this, if I can get it to the right place. So
yeah, that's a little hard to read on the small screen, but
yeah.
Just leave it there for a second. See if we can read it. How about if a restaurant wants to promote a few different specials on one unit? Can they use a secured rotator link on one unit to do that?
Not on the individual units, but what you can do is have it attached to whatever link that is on that unit. So whatever link you're going to direct people to, if it's your restaurant's website, then absolutely, you can change that whatever you want.
That makes sense. So it would just go to one link, but whoever the tech savvy folks, they could have that link rotate to different pages. That's really what it comes down to. So, can an affiliate place another order after they place their first order?
Yes.
Okay, and while we're touching on that, as far as upgrading from, say, 1 unit to 3 unit or 3 units to 8 or downgrading from 8 to 3, how does that work in relation to the pricing?
So on the front side, while we're in the introductory price, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can go up or down, makes no difference. Once we get out of the introductory price time, which will end on June 30th, and we will start raising prices, they're not going to jump all the way up on July 1st. We will go up incrementally so that by September 1st we are at full retail. So here's how the pricing is going to work. So you saw the graphic earlier where 1 unit 25, 3 49, and 8 at 99. If you come in on the 8 at 99, and in September, October you decide you want to downgrade to 3, you can downgrade to 3 for the 49, which is the introductory price. However, if you did the 3 now, and in October you decide you want the 8 instead, and you want to upgrade to 8, when you upgrade, you're now at the $199 price, not the $99 price. So we'll allow you to downgrade and stay in at the grandfathered price, but if you want to upgrade after the introductory period's over, you're going to have to pay full retail or whatever price it is at that time.
Gotcha, that makes sense. Here's a key question. Customer support. What's the protocols on that? Is it phone? Is it email ticket? Is it Facebook? Or what's the prime way we should be telling people to go about that?
Customer support, obviously, we've been ramping that up, and here in the next probably 4 to 7 days, it's going to become more and more efficient. Phone calls are fine. Email support tickets are going to get handled on a first-in, first-out basis, and honestly, that's probably going to be one of the more efficient ways to get things done, because as people are calling in, you get either voicemail or busy signal or what have you for now. Once that gets caught up, it's going to be a lot smoother, a lot more efficient. But my personal recommendation is send emails into support@asservia.com, because they will be handled on a first-in, first-out basis. Okay,
what should they include in those support emails?
As much information as possible. Yeah, just include as much information as possible on what you need to have done, including your username, email address. If it's something you need to take screenshots of something, make sure that you get the screenshots included in the email. I mean, honestly, the more information that you can put in that, the easier and the faster it's going to get handled.
Gotcha. So I've had someone say that, going back to that other question about an affiliate placing another order after they place their first, it's someone saying the system is, actually Kevin Sosa is saying the system's not allowing subsequent orders. So I imagine that we should just have some send in that to support or to corp, and that'll be worked on to get that squared away.
Yes.
Gotcha. What about warranty or money-back guarantee? Anything on that?
We have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have your normal thing that we set up with. As far as the Go units and all that are concerned, when you first sign up and you pay that activation fee and your first and last, that's giving you really 2 months of service when you get signed up.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Any other questions? Oh, holding tank. We didn't get into that one yet.
Yes, holding tank. So the compensation plan, we're talking about the holding tank. So the compensation plan was designed that you can build as wide as you want to, but it only takes 3 legs or 3 teams to maximize the compensation plan. We put a holding tank in place primarily for the reason of helping you grow your business faster, create more volume, create more stories, and all that. And I do that through contesting personally. And I'm talking with a lot of leaders that are coming in now. I'm just simply saying, here's what I've done in the past. This is what I recommend you start with. You do whatever you want, but this is something that's worked for me very, very well in other companies that have waiting rooms or holding tanks. And I simply just will go to all the people that have come in on the first level, when you first get started, and say, over the next 15 days, the 3 of you who build the biggest organizations are going to get the top 3 spots in my organization. And I let people go and figure it out. After that 15 days is done, then I say to the top 3, I'm going to take the rest of the folks that I have in my waiting room currently, in my holding tank currently, and now we're going to run contests for the next 2 weeks with the people in your organizations to see where everybody gets placed. It's just a way to go find out who's going to go to work. Because, even though somebody tells you what they're going to do or what they can do, I'm a firm believer in, I believe what I see in the back office. I believe what I see with action, not with words necessarily. So those who build the biggest organizations are going to reap the benefits of what's going on. Now, that holding tank, you have 30 days to place people anywhere you want in your organization. Once you place them, they're locked in. There is no reversing it. There's no oops or anything like that. So be very aware of where you want your folks placed, so that when it's done, it's done. But you do have 30 days to make that decision. Now, I also am dealing with or working with a couple other types of people that like to do a stacking method, which they just drop people straight down in a line on each of their 3 teams. And that's fine too. Whatever works for you, do. I'm not saying you have to do things a certain way. I'm just telling you what's worked for me in the past, and what grows my organization quickly is we work through contesting. And like I said, it shows me who wants to go to work and who's going to build, and then where my focus needs to be.
Gotcha. So if I understand that correctly, you can only place your personally sponsored people, and when you do, let's say Scott, you brought in me, and I had 5 people. When you placed me, those 5 people would obviously go underneath wherever I placed them. That's accurate?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just making sure for everybody there. Something back on activation fee. If someone places an additional order, let's say they go from 3 units to 8 units, do they pay that $30 fee again?
No, it's a per account fee.
Okay, gotcha. Let me see here, some other questions. Oh, sorry about that. Some sirens in the background here. So I guess last night Don said when your battery dies, there is no way to know when the battery dies. So we're going to need to set something up for a notification on the dead battery issue. So right now there's no way for the affiliate to know that. We're going to have to get that squared away.
Yeah, the affiliate.
Rest assured that'll happen.
Yeah, the affiliate will not know that, but the manufacturer, when it's done through programming in the back office, they'll know when a device stops transmitting.
Gotcha. So we'll set up some protocols there to get that out. But like how with these batteries, they last 1.5 to 2 years. So that is something that we don't need to handle today.
No,
unless it's a faulty unit. Which yeah. you can. Not everything is ever going to be 100%, functional. That's just the way things work. Yeah. Let me see here. What else? Oh, this we need this absolutely. A leaderboard. Do we have a leaderboard in the back office?
Not at the moment. That is a great. That's a great suggestion.
Yeah, I think we definitely need that, but the sooner the better on that. So I'll agree with that for sure.
Yep.
Printable materials.
Printable materials are they're being not produced, but I mean they're being developed now. We're just trying to get the verbiage down right and graphics and all that stuff so that everything's compliant. Once that stuff's ready, it's going to be available.
Okay. So if someone makes something on their own, what do they need to do before they start putting it out all over the place? Do we have any protocol in order for that?
For now, what we need is it just needs to come into compliance so we can take a look at it and make sure that it's not people aren't saying things that are not accurate or making false claims.
So all right, I mean, I'm just going to make the call here, but put it in send the email to support@aservia.com for now, and in the subject heading, put in compliance approval. That way we can segregate it out and get it to the right people to handle it.
Yes, perfect.
Oh, here's something good to do. I actually had this yesterday. Someone sent me a question that, this wasn't IRS compliant or wasn't legal or those types of questions. What has Aservia? Yeah, that's what I laughed as well. Especially considering the language that they used was, I'm not even sure it was English. But who has Aservia worked with to make sure that things are legal and compliant?
Our attorney of record is Kevin Thompson, who is known as one of the #1 network marketing MLM attorneys, and he has gone through everything with a fine-tooth comb. They have even gone as far as to introduce what we have in our program compensation plan and the whole 9 yards to the government, and they've basically given us the thumbs up. So we are in business. You all are affiliates or independent representatives. You have your own home-based business. All we do is we follow the same rules and regulations as any other business out there. But we are 100% legal. We are 100% approved by Kevin Thompson. And for me, that's I don't know what other information anybody would want to have.
Yeah, if you look up Kevin Thompson, you'll realize that we are dealing with the cream of the crop when it comes to the legal counsel in this industry. So that's actually was one of the most exciting things I heard about Aservia prior to the go, is that we were working with someone like that. So that's very powerful.
Yep.
Let me see what else here. So is there any return policy? If you can't cancel, or if you upgrade or not upgrade but downgrade, from 8 units to 3 units, what does the independent rep or customer do with those other units?
If you cancel or downgrade in your first 12 months, the units will need to be returned, and we got to figure out what the actual policy is going to be past that. But we're basing it on what the manufacturer has for a current policy.
Gotcha. So what's going on here? Somebody's joking. No returns. That's not true. That's just joking around here. So let me see here. I've got a couple. Since we don't have the chat working, I'm kind of working double screens here on group chat Facebook. We've got a bunch of people. So I want to give a shout out to David Haynes, to Gloria Stump, to Kevin Sosa. They've been the primary contributors to the questions here today, in addition to some of the FAQs we have in the Aservia Success Club. So if you're watching this and you're not in the Aservia Success Club, definitely search that on Facebook and ask to be added, and we'll get you added very quickly. We also have a Facebook corporate page, which is, I believe the username is Aservia Official. But if you just search Aservia Corp page, you'll find it. So go ahead and give that a like. Also, you're gonna be seeing some changes with the team page and how we operate. We're gonna make some things much more efficient. So be on the lookout for that. We're working on some graphics to make this scalable. So give me one more second here. I'm looking in
That's okay. I've got
These
some.
other
I'm looking
questions.
in my messages as well, so I'm going to handle a couple of these questions. Let's see here. This question says, I've heard that sponsors are not paid commissions for the units used to promote Asservia for compliance sake. Will the breakdown of commissions be in our back office, and how are they able to break the commissions up? That's a great question. Legally, companies cannot pay commissions on tools used to promote a company. Now, I know there's companies out there that do it, but it's not legal. And we're not doing anything that's going to put us in a gray area or the illegal space. So when you are signing up and they ask you a question, which is not in the sign-up section now, but it will be, how many of these Go units are you using to promote Asservia? However many number you choose, from 0 to whatever, that's how many that will not count towards commissions. So the ones that you say, let's say you sign up with 3, and you're not going to use any of them to promote Asservia, then you'll earn commissions on all 3 of those. So there's that one.
Can you turn the device off?
No, you cannot.
So
if you want it to go so it doesn't go out, if you put it inside a metal box, it won't push it that far. So like for some people that say, I don't want people in my apartment complex to keep getting the same notification every single day, just put it inside a metal box and it'll stay within your apartment for the most part.
Gotcha. So that's one thing to cover as well. As far as the 100-yard range, there are limitations to that. It's just like your cell phone signal. If you're in different areas,
Right.
There's obstructions in the way. Physical, in the physical world, we have stuff to work around. What about if someone's company, if their policies and procedures are that they're not allowed to join any other MLM company, what should they do?
I'm sorry, say that again?
If another MLM company's policies and procedures doesn't allow them to join a different network marketing company, what should they do?
They can be an affiliate and earn on the affiliate side. They do not have to flip the switch on the independent rep if and when they get there. Affiliate programs, there's not a network marketing company that I know of that does not allow people to earn through an affiliate program. If they don't allow you to earn through an affiliate program, if there's something out there I don't know about, then you would strictly just be a customer.
Gotcha. Any regulations around using the devices to promote, the so-called taboo stuff like alcohol, ATF type of stuff, alcohol, tobacco, firearms, adult industry?
Yeah, all of that stuff, that's the reason why they say allow up to 24 hours for your link to be active, because they're going through and they're checking to make sure that none of that stuff is being promoted, because that is on the do not promote list, so to speak.
What about hemp-related stuff, CBD, etc.? I guess it would go by laws of the land is where you would do that.
Right.
That's Gloria was asking that. That's a great question. That we'll have to look into a little bit more, my understanding. This is a great question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Scott.
I got a question here from Chrissy Cook. If someone's placed on your level 1, will they count towards your 3, or do your 3 personal recruits have to be on level 1? I said, and that is a great question, because no, you could physically put 3 people under somebody, and that counts as their 3 reps. They have 3 teams. You don't have to have 3 personals, 1 on each leg.
Gotcha.
You have to be a rep before you earn any commissions. You need to sign up as an affiliate to get paid. However, you'll earn referral rewards as a free customer for the people that you refer.
Okay. Back to the ATF. I know there's a popular wine club network marketing company out there. My quick thought on that is there's going to be policies and procedures in place from something like that, where people who teenagers will say who have Android devices may get the message, but they wouldn't be able to sign up as customers due to the policies and procedures of companies such as that. That's my quick thought on that.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay, good. Is there a marketing system that will help people systemize how to market this?
Of course there is. We mentioned that a few minutes ago, but yes, there is a marketing system. Obviously, there's not enough time on this webinar to go through all that. There will be another webinar that does cover that in great detail, but suffice it to say, we do have a phenomenal system in place that anybody that uses it is going to get great results.
Gotcha. Someone's asking, do we have a list of the things that can't be promoted? I don't think we have that put together yet. I'm not 100% sure, but as I understand it and talking with some of the other corporate people, that we will be putting together a document of best practices to use. So that would be included in that. That will be getting worked on here in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me see here.
We have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes until the webinar ends. So let's focus on what we need to.
Let me see. I'm looking at any other iPhone. There you go. There's a good one.
iPhone, yes. So I have an iPhone. Okay. I thought iPhones were more prevalent in this world than what they apparently are. The reason why it pushes out, it goes to the Android platform. 60% of every active cell phone in North America is Android platform. 88% of every cell phone that's active in the world is Android platform. In North America, only 30% of the phones that are active are Apple, which shocked me, but you know, it is what it is. That's why we are where we are. They could use this device right now to do the same thing on an iPhone if they wanted to. The problem is the battery life goes from up to 2 years down to less than 6 months because of the work it needs to do to get through all the stuff that iPhones have on them. So that's why it's a Droid platform for now. I don't know when they're going to have something. I mean, this team is amazing as far as technology is concerned. So I can't imagine that they're not going to figure it out at some point in time. But for right now, it's Android platform only. Which leads me to the other aspect of this question. Do I have to own an Android in order to have these and make them work? And the answer is no. You don't even have to have a cell phone to make these things work. All you have to do is have an internet connection on a laptop or a computer, or have a friend that can log into your account for you and set the devices up.
Gotcha. This is a funny question. If I promoted a free shot with a drink, would that be allowed?
If you're a bar owner, well, yeah.
We'll have to review that one with compliance and legal counsel for sure. I'm not going to say what I know on that one.
Yeah, we'll defer that to Kevin Watson.
What do you recommend that new listeners and webinar attendees do at this point? What's the next steps?
Number one thing that I can recommend to every single person that's brand new listening to this for the first time is make sure absolutely 100% you get back to the person that brought you here and you tell them, I'm in, I need these devices, I got to build my business, and I know a lot of people I can help. Make sure you get that person's link if you do not already have it and sign yourself up and place your order. I promise you, you do not want to miss this ride. You do not want to miss this opportunity because where we're going with this is nothing short of amazing, and you do not want to watch that from the outside. For those of you who just decide I need some more time to take a look at things and you want to sit on the fence a little bit longer, just understand that every day you wait, more and more people are coming in. And the last thing you want to have happen is somebody call you that's on your list and say, oh, shoot, I should have made the move sooner, or I should have called people sooner. Get with the person that put you on this webinar and get in now.
Oh, I'm going to say this as well. Someone just reminded me of this. What happens if the address is wrong when ordering the Go? So I'm going to personally apologize for this and take some blame here. When we first started this, we started through ClickFunnels and had to import all of the information and users and database that we did manually. But when we collected information through ClickFunnels, we did not collect people's addresses. So there's a whole bunch of people, if you were in this very, very early in the game before the Go unit, that the address in your back office could be an address that I could just use by typing one letter and have it enter automatically. So be sure to check your addresses before you order. We have put some things in place. For example, Scott's going to be at where they're shipping from. He knows that, and so does Kevin Marino and Donald LaPlume. So that will be the case. But that's about all the time we have here. We're about to get this webinar shut off and keep it under an hour. So stay tuned for more webinars. We will get this one uploaded to YouTube. So to anyone watching this later, hi. But to everyone watching it now, we're going to shut it down. So thanks for attending today.
Yep. Thank you, everybody.